Trump evolution, crusade, strategy, salesmanship. This is all an Aquarius effect. Let me first go back to November when I mentioned that Trump's presidential or public image gets a facelift. Today is January 3rd, and he is a great salesman. He is becoming one with the people to lead an anti-establishment crusade. The deep state is the corrupt establishment. Now, watch how his reputation evolves as he enters his 2021 birthday. This is his destiny, and this is, even though this is a Trump part of the Trump revolution that I keep publishing, it is the evolution now because it is evolving. So this is the Aquarius effect. President Trump calling on his supporters to gather at DC for a big rally this Wednesday. Why is he doing that? Is he calling on them to come to DC so he can concede to Biden and disappoint his supporters? I think not. Would you do that to your supporters? No, you wouldn't do that. So, would you say something is cooking? Well, this month, the new moon in Capricorn joins Pluto in the 8th house. This is the destruction of the state by the will of the people. This is the speech he is delivering to his country. This started about 2.5 years ago and now well underway. So today, Mars just crossed 28 degrees and all actions are moving forward from where it was stalled back in this September 2020. So what's coming up is not going to be good for Joe Biden. Hunter Biden matter and more from the past will start to move forward. The reason this matter and Russiagate did not move forward with the Justice Department is that Mars retrograded, and today it just crossed over 28 degrees. Therefore, Hunter Biden and deep state matters are moving forward. Jupiter moved into Aquarius and it's now justice for all. This is what Aquarius is all about. Breaking from tradition and doing things in a new way, commonly known as modernization. You'll see that farmers in India are demonstrating against their government. India's government will make news this month because its government is slowly transforming. In Thailand, the youth and the middle-aged workers are demonstrating, not just against their government, but even against Your Highness, the King. This was taboo until now. This is where the clash between the parents and the children is becoming very pronounced. The parents love the king, traditional. The children are questioning the worthiness of the king. This is the modern. Again, you're seeing the Aquarius effect. Now, does that mean, and I hear some people saying that, oh, it's China that's causing this disruption. I don't know. You can say it's China, but I don't think so. It has to do with the times, changing times, or the Aquarius effect. So with so many speculations about martial law and betrayals, it is truly a historical moment that we will be witnessing this month. Josh Hawley of Missouri, rumored to be the next Republican president, stood up to be the senator who will fight the Biden presidency on January 6th, 2021. That's day after tomorrow. They need one from the House and one from the Senate. The last time we ran into this problem was during Bush versus Gore. The Democrats couldn't produce a senator, and they only had one protester, and I think it was Maxine Waters. 148 House Republicans are rejecting Biden certification, and 11 senators, led by Ted Cruz, will reject the certification. So go back to the Darkness at Noon and Georgia runoff video, because I mentioned that the Biden and the his VP will get eclipsed. And that's what's happening because they have no access to the transition now. You'll hear me mention January 3rd. And guess when all this happened, especially the president's speech in Georgia, because he's in Georgia uh, trying to drum up support for the Republican candidates. Ted Cruz used the 1877 election as a precedent when Rutherford Hayes won amidst fraud committed in Georgia, in Louisiana, and I think one other state. Meanwhile, Mitch McConnell suggesting to all the Republican senators not to interrupt Biden presidency certification. But is he saying not to interrupt him while negotiating the $2,000 stimulus package with Trump's wishes attached to it? Well, where do you think this is going? So Trump, even without any experience holding a political office, is doing a good job in politics. What do all these events suggest? The Republicans will use the 10-day emergency audit to eject the electors from disputed states. What Cruz is saying is not to rush into conclusions or so quickly. That's the way I am interpreting this upcoming event. Today is January 3rd, and Ted Cruz announced his plans today. See, they're moving forward. Now, the Trump Republicans are moving. All of them. January 3rd, as I predicted before, would be the most important day concerning Trump's march forward towards his destiny. Before January 6th, that's this Wednesday, day after tomorrow, we need the results from January 5th, the Georgia runoff tomorrow. There's this matter to be dropped, and whatever it is, it's going to get dropped, and it's going to probably come right afterwards, and this concerns money. So there's some cutting to be done, and I think this could be the defense bill, but I thought that was already vetoed, but maybe that's how they're going to make a deal, by dropping something. There's going to be a new or major change in the budget or money matter that could unseat the people. There could be sudden announcements that could disrupt communications and transactions. The people are waiting for the stimulus money to be dispersed. Violence or threats are possible, as well as the crisis that could affect homes and properties. There could be sudden outbreaks or crisis at the border. We could also experience electrical problems with electricity or communications lines. There is the possibility of shortages due to supply-demand imbalances. Shortage in food or whatever. Our transportation system or some infrastructure problems could be chaotic or disrupted. We could get hit with bad weather too, and that could cause disruption, but the White House or the President will likely be involved. The White House or the administration will have some reports or news concerning the government. This could involve our neighbors to the south also. This week, there's a lot of things or events that will be triggered and changes are due for the course. Going into next week, it's going to be hectic. I wonder what our government will be announcing. Deaths, sudden arrests, seizures, or something shocking could be the cause of news or speech from the local government, president, or the White House. The pandemic could be one of those occurrences. Could there be mob activities and enforcement? Very possible. We already got hacked big time and they stole the source codes. So what could be next? Stocks are trading erratically. Techs are in a state of imbalance. That means there's a supply-demand crisis. Some techs could go higher for unforeseen reasons. Unexpected rumors? Possibly, but it's been erratic in the markets anyway. There's a lot of speculative events. The retailers and banks will likely get cut down. Maybe the future is priced in at this time. Excuse me. Traders and investors are shifting out of foreign stocks or high priced growth stocks into more conservatively priced agribusiness, food, beaten down bank stocks, and excuse me, and infrastructure type stocks. That's not going to surprise you when earnings are announced. They're trying to buy low. Excuse me, I've got a cold. Please subscribe and hit that notification button and like or dislike. Thank you again.